I hit over 20,000 euros in profit with our new started solar company in Germany. I think we started the whole company only 5 months ago. Today I want to show you how I did that and how you can do this as well. At the beginning of this year, I started documenting my journey of becoming a millionaire here directly on YouTube. And actually, due to the crisis in Ukraine, Russia and other political decisions, electricity prices here in Germany skyrocketed. For everyone who doesn't know that, in Germany we have the highest electricity prices all over the world. At that time in early 2023, I still worked on my software agency, which honestly didn't work as expected. It didn't work that well. From my business partner Semi, I have learned a lot how other industries works and how B2B businesses works exactly. And from him I have learned that the solar business in these next years will boom in Germany because of the electricity prices, and I got in first contact with wholesalers. Since my current business partner Semi had a warehouse from his old business, I thought, well, perfect. We even have the infrastructure to start a solar business. We have a warehouse, so basically we could ship everything from there. And I think it was in June where we officially started with the whole project. I started building a website. We called it whole thing Solomine. And you should know that I have a TikTok account. Yes, the account is still growing, it's not that much, but I thought maybe I could use the TikTok account to promote the first sales and maybe get the first sales through my TikTok account. So basically I started a challenge on TikTok, which I named first $100,000 with our solar companies in only 60 days. So in these 60 days I documented every day how I started, how I made my first sale. You can see everything live on TikTok, how I struggled, and it actually worked. But now let me give you a summary from step to step what I did from the beginning to the end and how I hit 20,000 euros in profit last month. So what did I start with? Step 1. I fought my way through various Google lists for roofers and electricians. I thought, okay, I was able to buy the materials maybe, but at the end I need installers who put solar panels on the roofs of people's houses. That was not that easy. I just told them, okay, I will get the first jobs, and after that I will call you and you give me an appointment for the installation, and that's it. I will hire you, I will pay you, everything is clear. At that point I didn't even know how solar in general, the technology behind it really worked. Really, I didn't know that. Step 2 was we spoke to wholesalers. We needed products, we needed the goods, we needed solar panels, and we started to make more and more contact with different suppliers. It was basically not that easy because you had so much various products, so much different products with different prices. I was not able to decide which product we start with. But at the end, we were able to build a various product palette so we can serve every kind of customer. But we still had a big problem because we were not able to buy containers of solar panels from suppliers in China. So we had to buy them in small amounts from wholesalers, and we basically went to them and told them, can we just buy just in time? So the idea was that every time we closed the deal, we would get a down payment, and with the down payment, we buy the goods, we buy the solar panels, all the stuff, and it basically worked. That means we were able to build a solar company without any risk. Step 3, first customers. Yes, TikTok worked and I got in contact with first potential clients, but at the end, the fastest way, that's what we saw, the fastest way to get initial customers was going through lead providers. There are companies which are specialized on getting leads, lead generation companies, and we basically started buying leads for about $65 per lead just for contact data of potential customers. And the lead generation companies sell the leads to 3 or 4 different companies. They inform the customers, hey, dear customer, at the end, when you enter your name here, we will sell your lead, or we'll inform 3 different companies, 4 different companies, which will call you and offer you their services. So at the end, we bought leads and we were in permanent competition with 3 or 4 competitors. But I don't know how we did that. We bought just 8 leads, each for 65 euros, and we made our first 2 sales. Step 5, scaling. We knew exactly that this was an opportunity we wouldn't get again. So we thought we have to scale rapidly because the market will change. So basically what we did, we hired a small social media person and we started running Facebook ads, started to look for the first salespeople who were able to attend appointments for us. And the idea was, once the salespeople get a sale, they get a commission. And this actually worked. There are salespeople working only based on commissions. And we thought, wow, that's a great opportunity for us. Theoretically, we could scale the business with an unlimited amount of salespeople, that without rising major costs. That's awesome, we should do that. But at this point, we were wrong because we had to ensure that we have to, when we have 10 salespeople, we have to ensure that we supply them, every one of them, with enough leads. And at that point, we bought the lead for 65 euros. That would raise our major cost immense. So just to summarize, we brought in total 3 salespeople. We supplied them the leads from lead providers, and at the end they were able to close or to sign contracts which brought us last month a profit of 20,000, I think it was 21,000 euros in profit. Yes. And guys, now I'm here 5 months later talking with you about that story. Should you start a solar business? That's probably the question going now through your mind. Of course. For me, the location is an incredibly important factor. The US market is booming right now. The European market is also booming right now. And that is good on the one hand. But on the other hand, there's an enormous competition right now forming. New solar companies are sprouting up monthly, and the offers, because the modules come from China mostly, are becoming more and more similar to each other. In my opinion, the market is currently flooded by products from China. So if someone thinks, okay, he could make quick money in this business, to be honest, he's wrong. In my opinion, if you like to start a solar company, you have to play that game in long term. I think 70% of the solar companies sprouting up right now will not exist at the end of the next year. In Germany, there are huge companies trying to win the market with a funding of $800 million, for example, Enpal. The huge companies offer overpriced prices for solar. And on the other side, you have the small craftsmen which try to offer solar with the lowest prices. The equipment between both is the same. It's a battlefield where you only can survive in this market when you constantly work on your products, work on your strategy, work on your design, honest things which you have to have in mind. But as I said, if you start a solar company, play that game long term. That's my biggest tip. Because at the end, the solar company, or in general environmental tech industry, is one of the best and most promising industries in the next 10 years. Will I become a millionaire with solar? In my opinion, if I'm able to survive for 2 years and if the hype consolidates, yes. And specifically, I mean cash millionaire, not in assets. However, if I get involved in the current price war, dumping my prices, dumping my margins, then probably not. Alex Hormozi often says in his videos, you have to offer the grand slam offer. I'm trying to adjust the offer. I'm trying to build a brand which people can trust. And at the end, I want to offer a grand slam offer where my customers feel stupid to say no to me. I think all of this is really necessary to succeed in this market. I would say I'm confident that I can achieve this with my business partner and that we will make it. What has changed for me personally in my private life? Well, what you probably didn't know is that I was not able to pay my health insurance for an entire year. Well, now I can pay it, and now the first time since 5 months, I pay out my first salary, which I pay my health insurance with. But yeah, so finally I can go out again and eat in normal restaurants outside, sometimes on the weekends, and have kind of a normal human life. Honestly, the last 5 months took a toll on my mental and my physical health, and hopefully that will be completely over in the next 2, 3, 4 months. Otherwise, there's not much to change in the next 3 months. I think I just want to scale the business more and more, and I want to close as much as deals I can. I think the next year will become the most important year in my life, because it will change my life in the most way, and hopefully otherwise there's not much to change in the next 3 months. I think I just will go on and try to scale the business as much as I can with a good infrastructure, customer reputation. My goal is to finish this whole journey hopefully at the end of the next year, and I know that is not that it's not easy. It's not easy, especially here in Germany currently. I think it's not that easy as in US, and especially because it's not an online business. So if I scale with a much bigger infrastructure, which I have to build, and that is not easy. What do I want to convey to you urgently? At the beginning of this year, when I started documenting my journey, I was still working on my poorly working software agency. I was not able to pay my health insurance. I had, of course, like everyone of you, some private problems. As you know, my father passed away 2 years ago, so of course that's not that easy. I also had a breakup like every normal guy which I had to work with. Only about a few months later, I proudly can say that last month I was one of the top earners in Germany. So I want to show you how rapidly your life can change. Basically, your situation can change quickly. As quickly as things can go downhill, they also can go uphill. So if this year was not your best year, who cares? Work on it, go on, and the next year hopefully become your best year. Don't lose your will. There will be a lot of new millionaires and they will become younger and younger in the next few years. So why you should not be one of them? And last thing I want to say, believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Okay? Samir out.